industries. These are concerned with using the materials. Secondary industries are more concerned with using the materials which have already been extracted at the primary stage. These industries process such materials to produce goods for final consumption or for further processing by other industrial units. See what is happening here in the secondary industries. From the primary industries or primary source, we collect the materials. After that, we extract it or make it for further utilization. These industries process such materials to produce goods for final consumption. The materials we turn into possible for final consumption or for further processing by other industrial units. Okay, so we are studying about secondary industries. All those industries, what they do, they make the finished goods. That's all. For example, the mining of an iron ore is a primary industry. So, for example, the mining of an iron ore is a primary industry, but manufacturing of steel is a secondary industry. Secondary industries may be further divided as follows. We will study more about the secondary industries. Here in this paragraph, we understood that actually from the primary industry we get materials that would be changed for our final consumption in secondary industries. That is what the role of secondary industries. Secondary industries mainly make the finished products. Okay, so we can move on to the next paragraph. Manufacturing industries, that is what? These industries are engaged in producing goods through processing of raw materials and thus creating from utilities. So that would be capable, that would be possible for utilization on the right way. They turn out diverse finished products that we consume. All these actually in the manufacturing industries, what they do, mainly they use the secondary materials. Okay, so secondary industries, from what we got from the primary industry would be utilized in secondary industries. Secondary industries are actually manufacturing industries. What they do, they manufacture the goods and services for the consumption. Okay, that would be mainly finished products. Finished products are available from manufacturing industries or secondary industries. That would be, we can right away we can use it or consume it. Through the conversion of raw materials or partly finished materials in their manufacturing operations, manufacturing industries may be further divided into 4 categories on the basis of a method of operation for production. Here in this paragraph, what we are studying more about the manufacturing industries in the secondary industries. Okay, in the secondary industries there are actually different categories. One among them is manufacturing industries. Manufacturing industries mainly manufacture the finished goods or partly finished goods for our consumption. That is what actually here we understood. Again we can move on to the next paragraph and understand more about it. Analytical industry, which analyzes and separates different elements from the same materials. So this one is analytical industry. What is analytical industry? Analytical industry which analyzes and separates different elements from the same materials, as in the case of oil refinery. In the oil refinery, you know that actually they get petroleum. After that, from petroleum, diesel, petrol, kerosene, all those Vaseline, all this tar, all those actually we obtained from the oil, okay, petroleum. So that is what actually happening in refinery. What they do, they separates all those elements from the base element. Okay. Then synthetical industry, which combines various ingredients into a new product, as in the case of cement. That is what actually happening in cement. So that is a synthetical industry which combines various ingredients into a new product. What is happening in the synthetical industry? They use more materials, and after that they combine it. Okay, then we can get another component or another products. That is what actually cement. Processing industry. What is processing industry? Which involves successive stages for manufacturing finished products, as in the case of sugar and paper. Sugar and paper. What is sugar? You know that sugar cane. So okay, from pulp they make paper. So here actually we are studying about analytical industry. Example is oil refinery. Synthetical industry, example is cement factory. Then processing industry, example is sugar and paper. Then the another one is assembling industry, which assembles different components parts to make a new product. So new product, as in the case of television. So for example, television, car, computer, etc. So here in this paragraph we studied actually there are analytical industry is there, synthetical industry is there, processing industry is there, assembling industry is there. So we also studied about its example. For analytical industry we studied the example is oil industry. Synthetical industry, the example is cement factory, cement. Then processing industry we studied that sugar and paper is there. Then assembling industry, yes of course television, car, computer etc. can be assembled. Okay, we can get various components from the other companies, and after that we can assemble it. We can move on to the next point now. The construction industries, yes of course you know that actually construction industries, what they do, they construct. These industries are involved in the construction of buildings. What they do, they build buildings, dams, bridges, roads as well as tunnels and canals. Engineering and architectural skills are an important part in construction industries. Of course, infrastructural development. All these are the part of infrastructural development. So, in construction industries, what are the main things we wanted to do? We wanted to construct buildings, dams, roads, bridges, tunnels, canals, all those actually which is connected with the engineering and architectural skills. So these sectors actually got very much important in the developmental programs of a nation. Okay, now we can move on to the next point, that is fifth one, tertiary industries. So we have already studied about primary, secondary. Now we are going to study about a tertiary, the third one. So that is known as tertiary industries. These are concerned with the providing support services to primary and secondary industries as well as activities relating to trade. This is actually more connected with trade. Okay, so that actually the primary and the secondary industries are getting more support from tertiary industries. Okay, these industries provide service facilities. Mainly what they do in the tertiary industries, what they are doing, they are providing service facilities to those sectors. These industries provide service facilities as business activities. This may be considered part of commerce because as auxiliaries to trade they assist trade. Actually they assist trade. Included in this category are transport. All these comes under the category of tertiary industries. They are actually promoting, they are guiding, assisting the primary industries and secondary industries. Also they are creating new business in the market, new commerce in the market, transport, banking, insurance, warehousing, communication, packaging and advertising, etc. are the integral part of business and supporting the primary and secondary industries. So these are actually come under the category of tertiary industries. So all these sectors has to be worked together, then only the business will flow, nourish or develop in an economy. So So we cannot ignore transport, banking, insurance, warehousing, communication, packaging and advertising, marketing, all those actually. All those must be done for the promotion of primary industries and the secondary industries. So I trust you understood what is primary industries, secondary industries and the role of tertiary industries. Now we can move on to the next paragraph, that is commerce. We will study what is commerce. Commerce includes two types of activities. What are the activities? Trade and auxiliaries to trade. So there is a trade. Of course, we wanted to assist, support with other auxiliaries to trade. Buying and selling of goods is termed as trade. What is trade? Buying and selling of goods is termed as trade. Buying and selling is happening in the market. Okay. So, but there are a lot of activities that are required to facilitate the purchase and sale of goods. These are called services or auxiliaries to trade and include transport, banking, insurance, communication, advertisement, packaging and warehousing. So, what is commerce? Buying and what is trade? Buying and selling of goods, that is known as trade. Buying and selling will happen, okay, only when some other categories, other factors are also involved in it. Then only the buying and selling will take place properly. Then only the economy can grow. What are the supporting factors? The tertiary part is supporting the business in the economy. What are they? The transport is there, banking is there, insurance must be there, communication, advertisement, packaging and warehousing are the integral part of business or trade. Okay. So that we need to keep it alive actually. In an economy, good transportation must be there, banking must be there, insurance facilities must be there, communication, advertisement, packaging and warehousing must be there. So I trust you understood these points. Here we were talking more about the importance and the role of tertiary part and how all those tertiary industries are accelerating commerce or trade in the economy. Now we can move on to the next point. Commerce therefore includes both buying and selling of goods. So we can say commerce is actually buying and selling. Trade as well as auxiliaries such as transport, banking, etc. So commerce provides the necessary link between producers and consumers. So what is commerce? Commerce provides the necessary link between producers and consumers. It embraces all those activities which are necessary for maintaining a free flow of goods and services. Thus, all activities involving the removal of hindrances in the process of exchange are included in commerce. So, what are the tertiary industries are actually accelerating commerce? Okay, they are the integral part of commerce. They are actually accelerating, they are developing, nourishing the commerce in the economy. So, we can say the tertiary part. What is actually the tertiary part? The transport, banking, insurance, marketing, warehousing, etc. are actually removing the hindrances in the process of exchange. Okay, we wanted to remove the hindrances. There should not be any blockage or there should not be any obstruction. So all these, when all this transport system, banking system, insurance system, marketing system work properly, then there won't be any hindrances in the commerce. Trade take place smoothly. That is what actually we wanted to do. If we wanted to create more commerce and trade and commerce in the market, then in the economy, then we needed to improve the transport system, banking system, insurance system, etc. The hindrances may be in respect of persons, place, time, risk, finance, etc. So there are so many risks in the commerce, okay, or in the industries. The hindrances may be in respect of persons, place, time, risk, finance, etc. So there are, you know, persons hindrances are there, place is also a trouble sometimes, time is sometimes difficult, and some issues are facing, risk is there, financial troubles are there. All these can be removed only when we set up a better tertiary industries in our country. So what are the sectors coming under the tertiary industries? The transport, banking, insurance, marketing, advertisement, etc. The hindrance of persons is removed by trade, thereby making goods available to the consumers from the producers. So what we wanted to do, we wanted to connect the producer and the consumer. So who is connecting this? The tertiary sector is actually connecting. So they are removing, the tertiary sector is removing the hindrance, the gap between the producer and the consumer. There must be good transportation system, then the products move freely. There must be better financial institutions in our country, then more finance will be supplied to our producers, more loans, credit facilities can be arranged to the producers, so that the productivity and the employment opportunities will increase in our country, so the better economic status would be maintained in our country. Transport removes the hindrances of place by moving goods from one place to another place, mainly from production to the market. Storage and warehousing activities remove the hindrance of time by facilitating holding of stocks of goods to be sold as and when required. So of course we need better warehousing facilities, go down. We wanted to keep the products better way, and also wanted to supply the products better way in time to the various part of our country. So that will happen only when we have better warehousing, go down facilities. Goods held in stock as well as goods in course of transport are subjected to the risk of loss or damage due to theft, fire, accidents, etc. So you know that goods we keep it in warehouse or in godown. So sometimes what will happen, that is also actually in risk, keeping that is subject to the risk of loss or damage due to the theft, fire, accidents, etc. Theft, fire, accidents can damage the products or goods. So we need better warehousing or go down facilities in our country. So here what did you understand? Here we understood that actually we wanted to remove the hindrances. We want actually the products must move freely in our country. So that is why we need better roads, good transportation system. Then what else we need? We need better warehousing facilities, marketing system, better financial institutions in our country, so that actually the people will, the producers, especially the producers, can produce more products and supply in the market in time. So without any hindrances. Okay, hindrances are stumbling blocks, or hindrances can create a delay in supplying products. So what we want, we don't want it to keep the delay. We want it to supply the products in time. If we can supply products in time only when we have all these tertiary industries are active. What are the main tertiary industries? Transport is there, banking is there, marketing is there, advertisement is there, communication is there. All those facilities must be better in our country. Then only we can say our tertiary industries are better and better. Then we can move on to the next point, that is protection against this risk is provided by insurance of goods. Yes, we understood that actually. Theft, fire, all those things can actually damage the products or can create a loss. So we wanted to give protection to all those products. Our producers must be protected from the loss. That will happen only when we maintain a better insurance service in our country. So you know that actually life insurance corporation is there, accidental insurance corporation is there, accidental insurance is there. Almost all commercial banks are providing better insurance services. Some other foreign as well as our Indian insurance companies are working in India, and they are providing better various kinds of insurance services in our country. For example, accidental insurance, then vehicle insurance, then life insurance, health insurance. So many type of insurances are available. Okay, so the producers are getting protection from the loss. Okay, capital required to undertake the above activities provided by banking and financing institutions. Of course, we have better financial institutions than any other country in the world. Okay, we have nationalized banks as well as private banks in our country. Also, some foreign banks are operating in our country and serving better way to our people. So the producers, there are for promoting production in our country, we have industrial development banks. Okay, small scale production industrial development is also happening in our country. There is bank for that also. So in the field of agriculture also we have some banks like NABARD. They are promoting. Almost all commercial banks are actually supporting our producers. Okay, various kinds of loans are available, and also insurance services are being provided from all those banks. So advertising makes it possible for producers and traders to inform consumers about the goods and services available in the market. So what we want, another one, we also studied that actually better transportation facilities we needed to provide. Then what else? Better insurance services must be there. Then what else? Then the next one is actually we wanted to protect the goods we need, and we must have better warehousing facilities in our country. Also another one is actually we wanted to give better advertising marketing services to our people, so that the producers and consumers as well as the other people will understand about the products and the market. Okay, the economy becomes more active, liveliness must be there in the economy. Hence, commerce is said to consist of activities of removing the hindrances of a person's place, time, risk, finance and information in the process of exchange of goods and services. In the market, in the economic continuously the exchange is taking place. Exchange of goods and services is taking place in the market always. So what we want actually, the continuity must be there, the flow must be there. We should not actually, there should not be any hindrance in the market, there should not be any delay in the market. The free flow of goods and services must be in the market. That will happen only when the tertiary industries perform very well. What are the tertiary industries? That we have already studied, that transportation, banking, insurance, marketing, then what else? Warehousing. All those points all those industries must work very well. All these sectors must work very well. Then we wanted to remove the hindrances. There should be enough trained people. The place must be there, time must be there, risk. We wanted to cover the risk. And we also wanted to provide better finance loans to our producers, so that actually the economy will grow overall. In every field the changes can be visible. So what did you understand from this paragraph? From this paragraph we understood that actually the protection must be assured to the producers. So their goods and services must be safe always. That is why we needed to maintain a better insurance service, so that actually we need better banking and financing institutions as well, so that the production will take place better way. Then another one is actually we wanted to create better advertising, godown facilities, advertising facilities, information technology, better way. So overall changes will happen only when all these tertiary sectors work better way. You understood? I hope you understood all these points well. I trust you will also go through the lesson well and understand it more. So trade and commerce will be better only when all these sectors work together. All these sectors, primary industries, secondary industries, as well as that tertiary industries work together for the betterment of an economy. Then only the better development will take place. You got it? We are going to do the trade today. Trade is an essential part of commerce. It refers to sale, transfer of exchange of goods. It helps in making the goods produced available to ultimate consumers or users. Actually, what is actually happening in trade? Trade supply goods in time to the consumers and the users. Trade is an essential part of commerce. It refers sale, transfer of exchange of goods between the trader and the consumer is happening in trade. These days goods are produced on a large scale and it is difficult for producers to themselves reach individual buyers for sale of their products. Of course, there are so many products available in the market and it is very difficult for producers to reach to the consumers directly. So that is why there are many middlemen between them, between the consumer and the producer. There are so many middlemen are available. Like wholesaler is there, distributor is there, traders are there, retailers are there. So many people are between them, between the consumer and the producer. Actually, the middlemen, they are connecting the consumer and the producer. Okay, the products are available in the market through the middlemen. Businessmen are engaged in trading activities as middlemen to make the goods available to consumers in different markets. So in different markets, all these products are available through the middlemen. We don't know who are the producer, and the consumers know only the middleman or the retailer. Retailer got direct connection with the consumer. Consumer got direct connection with the trader or the retailer. Okay, so in the absence of trade, it would not be possible to undertake production activities on a large scale. So trade is there and trade is happening better way. That is why more production is arising or taking place in our country, and products are available in every part of our country through the middlemen. Why? Because trade is taking place. The proper way trade is taking place. That is why the products availability is in every places. Okay, so we wanted to promote business, we wanted to promote commerce, we wanted to promote trade, and also we want more middlemen. Of course, we also want consumers and we want proper marketing system. Okay, so what did you understand from this part? We understood that actually the basic elements of commerce. Okay, commerce, the basic idea we got about the consumer, middleman and the producer. All these factors must actively involve in the market. All these are the main factors involving in the market and making the market alive. Okay, so we can move on to the next point. So trade may be classified into two broad categories. What are the main two broad categories? Internal and external. Internal or home trade is concerned with the buying and the selling of goods and services within the geographical boundaries of a country. Okay, This is actually internal trade. Internal trade means within the domestic boundary of this country, our country, the trade is happening, the business is taking, the buying and selling is taking place. Of course, in the market, buying and selling is taking, and also the transaction is taking place. This may further be divided into wholesale and retail trade. Within this country, what type of business are happening? So wholesale trade is there. Of course, the retail trade is also there. Some people are doing wholesale, distribution is there. Wholesalers are there. They buy directly the products from the producer, and after that they supply the products to the retailers. So many retailers are there. You can see so many retailers are around your houses. Okay, so the retail trade is actively taking place in our country, and more people are doing retail trade. When goods are purchased and sold in bulk, it is known as wholesale trade. What is actually these wholesalers are doing? They buy products in bulk. Bulk means big quantity they buy. Okay, huge quantity they buy. It is known as wholesale trade. When goods are purchased and sold in comparatively smaller quantities, it is referred to as retail trade. So nearby our house, we can see so many small retailers are there. Retailers are there. Small shops are there. They are not buying actually bulk goods in bulk quantity. They buy only very smaller quantities. In every shops you can see smaller quantities only, because you know that retailers are not having that much money to invest. They invest very less amount only. But the wholesalers, what they do, their investment is huge. They buy goods in bulk, and after that they supply in a particular area, state wise, district wise, like that. It is referred to as retail traders. What is actually retail traders? They are actually buying smaller quantity, and after that they distribute all those quantities. Okay, that is, they are actually retailers. Retailers means actually they have direct contact with the consumer. Okay, they sell directly to the consumer. They are actually retailers are between the middlemen, between the producer and the consumers. Okay, so external or foreign trade consists of the exchange of goods and services between persons or organizations operating two or more countries. What is external trade? Now we were studying about internal trade within this domestic boundary of our country. Okay, now external trade or foreign trade means, you know, that actually some persons or organizations engage in operating in two or more countries. They are doing business in two or more countries, not only within the domestic boundary of this country, but they are also doing the business in other countries. Okay, if goods are purchased from another country, it is called import. If we buy goods from other country, for example, if we buy goods from America, England, or from Japan, China, then that is an import. We are importing goods to India. If they are sold to other countries, it is known as export trade. We buy from other country, then we sell that to another country, then that is an export. We can also produce some products in our country. After that, we can export all those products to other countries. That is export business. Okay, when goods are imported for export to other countries, it is known as export trade. What is export trade? Sometimes what is happening, you know, some middlemen, what they do, they buy from a country, and after that they, for example, there are many Indians, they buy products from China to India. Okay, they import. After that, the same product they export to another country, to Britain. So that is also known as export trade. Export trade. From our country also we are exporting so many goods to other countries. So here in this paragraph, we studied, or we understood that actually there are two types of trade. One is internal and another one is external. What is internal trade? when the trade is happening within the domestic boundary of this country, you know, the domestic boundary of this country, okay, all India. So within this India, if we market the products and we do the business, that is internal trade. And when we export or we import goods from other countries to India, then the same product we export to another country, that is also export trade, okay. So import export is happening. So import export is actually is being promoted by a bank in our country, that is Exim Bank, Export Import promotion bank. They are actually promoting export import business. Then, so I trust you understood the point here. Here we were discussing only about the internal trade, external trade, import and export, okay. You know that actually what is import and what is export. When we import some goods from other countries, when we buy some goods from other country, then that is import. When we export goods from our country to another country, that is export. That's all. Then we can move on to the next point and understand what is auxiliaries to trade. What is auxiliaries? Okay, that is assisting. Okay. Activities which are meant for assisting trade are known as auxiliaries to trade. So many factors are accelerating the business. So what is that? Accelerating the trade or working as an auxiliaries to trade, that we are going to study. These activities are generally referred to as services because these are in the nature of facilitating the activities relating to industry and trade. So these are actually what they are doing? They are actually assisting or supporting the trade or accelerating or assisting the trade. For example, transport. We want better transport system to accelerate the business or trade commerce within this country. We need a better banking system, we need a better insurance, warehousing and advertising, etc. All these are known as auxiliaries to trade. All these are actually accelerating or supporting trade within this country and to abroad. So if we want better trade within this country, then or to abroad, if we wanted to make more income from exporting, then also we want all these facilities. What are the structure? These are the fundamental structure which can actually assist the primary as well as the secondary sectors in our country. So we want better transport system, better banking system, insurance, warehousing. Warehousing means go down, keeping goods, etc. very well in our country. Then advertising. We wanted to promulgation. We wanted to promulgate or promulgation. We need better media. Okay, social medias must be there. Also mass medias must be there. This cinema, etc. must be there. Through that also we can do advertisement. Then newspapers, radio, TV channels, all those are actually, all these are the medias, mass medias and for advertising platform. So activities playing a supportive role. All these are actually giving supportive role to enhance the trade and commerce within this country. These activities not only support trade but also industry and hence the entire business activity take place in our country. So here in this paragraph we studied about auxiliaries to trade actually. What are the factors affecting or accelerating the business? All these auxiliaries are transport, banking, insurance, warehouse, advertising. All these are actually supporting the business and trade within this country. Okay, so all these are the fundamental supportive factors actually, fundamental supportive factors which can enhance the trade and commerce within this country. So we wanted to promote all these facilities or we wanted to enhance its facilities in our country. However, auxiliaries are an integral part of commerce in particular and business activity in general. All these auxiliaries, what are the auxiliaries? auxiliaries which promote business within this country. All these means actually insurance is there, banks are there, okay, insurance, banks, then transportation, marketing, etc. We wanted to increase in our country, and better facilities we needed to provide in those sectors. These activities help in removing various hindrances which arise in connection with the production and distribution of goods. You see, we wanted to increase the productivity in our country. The production must be there, the goods and services production must be enhanced or increased in our country, then only the GDP level will increase. We wanted to increase the export business within this country, and everything is possible only when people will have other fundamental facilities like insurance service. Insurance must be there, banking service must be there, transportation must be there, and advertisement must be there. All these tertiary sectors when increased or improved within this nation, then the hindrances in the trade and commerce can be removed, so that actually more development will take place within this country. Transport facilities, movement of goods, transport facilitates movement of goods from one place to another. So that is the benefit of better transportation system within this country. Banking provides financial assistance to the traders. Traders need money. So from where they can get money, more money for their basic infrastructure development, or for increasing their trade or investing more money in the business. All this they can get from banks. Okay, so we need better banks. We also need insurance. Insurance, what is the benefit of insurance? Insurance covers various kinds of business risk. Warehousing, what is the benefits of warehousing? Warehousing creates time utility with the storage facility, so that the warehousing has special facilities by which we can protect our goods properly, so that the goods or products may not get damaged. Another one is advertising. Advertising provides information and it conveys the mass. The mass will come to know that about the product and services in the market. In the other words, these activities facilitate movement, storage, financing, risk coverage, and sales promotion of goods. Auxiliaries to trade are briefly discussed below. See, the point is that actually what we studied here, we wanted to remove the hindrances in the trade and commerce. Trade and commerce, okay, the hindrances in the trade and commerce can be removed only when we facilitate better movements of goods, better financial assistance, better insurance cover, and better warehousing facilities and advertisements. All these are the tertiary facilities, sectors which can enhance or assist the trade and commerce within this country. So I trust you understood the point here, which I have already mentioned. Okay, so the better storage, financing, the better facilities, infrastructure development we wanted to provide to our producers, consumers, and customers, and these traders, of course. Okay, so I trust you understood the point, and we can move on to the next point. What is the importance of transport and communication? So you know that actually the better transport system must be in our country, not only in our country, in every country must have it. Then only the country can get development. Then better communication system must be there. So nowadays actually there is no distance removed. All these technologies removed, science and technology removed the distance. Within second you can contact to people who are living far away from your place. So production of goods generally takes place in particular locations. You know that actually production, for example, companies are far away from our native place. Okay, for example, in Noida so many products are making, and in Kashmir some products are making. All these wanted to reach to the extreme south of our country. How it is possible? We need a better transportation system. For instance, tea is mainly produced in Assam or in Kerala. For instance, tea is mainly produced in Assam, cotton in Gujarat and Maharashtra, jute in West Bengal and Orissa, sugar in UP, Bihar and Maharashtra and so on. All these must be moved to other part of our country and the other corners of this world. How it is possible? Better transportation facilities must be there, then only it is possible, otherwise it won't be possible. But these goods are required for consumption in different part of the country. See, all these are consumed in other parts of the world or other parts of our country. So better transport and fashion facilities must be there. We want to distribute these products in time, then only the producers get a profit, and then only the country will get its proper utilization. The obstacle of a place is removed by transport, road, rail or coastal shipping. Transport facilities, movement of raw material to the place of production and the finished products from factories to the place of consumption must be moved very fastly. That is what actually, from the production house to the people, for production, the raw materials must be reached to the production houses. How it is possible? Only better transportation system when we have, then only it is possible. The roadways, also the railway system must be good. Also the coastal shipping system must be good. We must have very good shipping facilities and airways too. We must have. Along with the transport facility, there is also a need for communication facilities so that producers, traders and consumers may exchange information with one another. Better communication facilities must be there. 2G came, 3G came, then now 4G and 5G is also going to come in our place. So better communication system. We need actually the better network system. So communication system can change the scenario of a business that is happening. Thus postal service and telephone facilities may also be regarded as auxiliaries to business activities. All these are connected subjects. When we talk about the communication system, it is not only the transportation system but also the postal as well as the telecommunication system is also included in it. Auxiliaries to the business activities. All these are enhancing, spreading or promulgating the business setup in the world. So we want better transportation, better infrastructure facilities, better communication facilities in our country. Therefore, the goods and services can be moved very fastly within this domestic boundary of our country as well as beyond the domestic boundary of this country. So we can move on to the next point. Here we are going to study about banking and finance. Business activities cannot be undertaken unless funds are available for acquiring assets and meeting the day-to-day expenses. See, of course, without a proper banking system, nowadays no one can live actually. So every day, for every reason, we wanted to exchange goods and services are exchanging. Therefore, we also do the transactions, money transactions. So no one is going to do anything free. Now we wanted to buy and sell products. Then we also wanted to do the transaction of money. Money transaction will take place only when we have better banking and finance systems. Okay, so nowadays more business is taking place through the e-banking. So e-banking will happen only when we have a better banking system as well as a communication system in our country. Necessary funds can be obtained by businessmen from a bank. So banks are the backbone of business nowadays. Of course, banks are also giving training to people how to do trade and commerce. They are training people. Banks are also providing a business. They are actually guiding the welfare of a business. They are taking care. Then what else? Actually, they are also supporting the businessmen by providing credit facilities. Thus, banking help business activities to overcome the problem of finance. When a producer or a businessman or business magnate, they don't have in finance, proper finance, they can visit the bank and they can make avail the finance from the banks. Commercial banks generally lend money by providing overdraft and cash credit facilities, loans and advances. What these commercial banks? There are so many commercial banks in our country, nationalized banks, private banks. Also there are many foreign banks are operating within this domestic boundary of this country, in our country. All these financial institutions are directly or indirectly under the control of RBI, okay, Reserve Bank of India, and they are working under this Reserve Bank of India. But what is happening? All these commercial banks provide loan facilities to the businessmen. Banks also undertake a collection of checks, remittance of funds to different places. So banks are all, so many facilities are available nowadays in the banks. They also receive deposit, they lend money, loans, credit facilities. They also ATM services, check facilities, draft facilities, transferring money to other places, and discounting of bills on behalf of traders. In foreign trade, payments are arranged by commercial banks on behalf of imports and exports. See, imports and exports are being supported by our banks. Nowadays actually banks are doing so many activities. Banks are actually accelerating business within this country. Okay, banks got much role in the development of economy. They are actually supporting people to do more business activities, not only import but the export, production, then business, trade, commerce, everything they are doing. Actually they are supporting. Commercial banks also help promoters of companies to raise capital from the public. So many companies are collecting capital from the public, like through the shares, you know, that actually in the stock market. After that they can sell the share which they buy from the companies. So many companies are approaching people for money. Different ways actually they are collecting funds from the people, from the banks. Okay, so banks are supporting all these activities within our country, especially the RBI, Reserve Bank of India, is supporting. We must have a better chain of banking system, financial institutions in our country. All these are working on, all these financial institutions are working under the RBI. So here we studied or we understood that banking, the importance or significance of banking and finance. So we must have a better banking system and many financial institutions which can promote business within this country. Which can promote means nowadays banks got much role for our economy's development. Economy's development will happen only more productivity will take place in our country. More productivity will take place only when our people are skilled, and we need highly skilled, professionally educated people. So then what else? Self-help groups are there. They can also contact the banks. Banks will also issue or banks will also provide loans to skilled people for business promotion. For example, recently the government initiated Mudra loan. So if someone wants to start a business, they can contact the banks with the proper project report. Why we need a better banking system? Because we need more productivity in our country, and more better production take place, and more people must engage in production and export more products to other countries, so that we can get more foreign exchange from other countries. So we want overall development in our country. Overall development will take place only when we have a better banking and financial strategies and financial institutions in our country. So I trust you understood all these topics. I also request you to go through the lesson once more and understand it more better way. Yes, we were doing nature and purpose of a business. Today we can check about more about the insurance. This topic is insurance. So here we are going to check about insurance. Business involves various types of risk. Yes, of course there are various types of risk. Factory, building, machinery, furniture, etc. must be there. Must be protected, all those must be protected against fire, theft and other risk. See, the business, every business houses, they have actually factory, building, machinery, furniture, etc. All those must be protected against fire, theft and other risk. So, materials and goods held in stock or in transit are subject to the risk of loss or damage. Employees are also required to be protected against the risk of accident and occupational hazards. Insurance provides protection in all such cases on payment of a nominal premium. The amount of loss or damage and compensation for injury, if any, can be recovered from the insurance company. So, dear students, what we are understanding from this paragraph, actually here it is emphasizing more about insurance. Insurance is actually the supporting factor, supporting sector of business promotion. Okay, insurance is also supporting insurance, transport, banking, all those are actually supporting the commerce and trade. Okay, so today we are actually we are going to know more about insurance. So, business involves various types of risk. Factory, building, machinery, furniture, etc. must be protected against fire, theft and other risk. Okay. So, materials and goods held in stock or in transit are subject to the risk of loss or damage. So, loss or damages should not take place, but the producer or the company owner cannot actually bear all those losses. So, what they do, they wanted to get support from the government. That is why the government is offering insurance facilities. Okay, so all those we must be utilized properly, so that actually we can reduce the risk. Employees are also required to be protected against the risk of accident and occupational hazards. So many troubles are in the field. You know that sometimes the laborers and employees, they are also facing health issues. The same time some occupational hazards also. What is occupational hazards? So there are actually, for example, working in the building area, especially for the construction of buildings, there are a lot of laborers are working. They are actually facing a lot of such of dangerous situations. So we wanted to provide them better safety as well as the insurance facilities. Insurance provides protection in all such cases. On payment of nominal premium, we wanted to pay some nominal premium. Premium means in every month we wanted to pay some amount. Okay, that is not a huge amount. The amount of loss or damage and compensation for injury, if any, can be recovered from the insurance company. So once we do insure, or once we insure our company, product, goods, employees, furnitures and other any materials, goods or services can also be insured. Once we insure all those properly, the proper way, then the risk would be very less. But we can get the amount if anything will happen. Okay, if any natural calamities occur, then also we will get back the amount. Okay, that is what actually the insurance make more surety is there, more safety is there. So here in this paragraph we studied the importance and significance of insurance. Every business house must keep insurance. Okay, then they can reduce their risk. Okay, even they can do insurance on their employees, on their products, materials, goods, all those can be insured. Okay, here in this paragraph we were discussing about insure and the significance of insurance. I trust you understood the point. The insurance must be there. Every business houses as well as the individuals or the organizations must register or must insure their employees as well as the products, goods, etc. better way. That is what actually here in this paragraph we studied. We can move on to the next point, warehousing. So here actually this is another supporting factor. It is supporting the trade and commerce. Okay, the warehouse. Usually goods are not sold or consumed immediately after production. You know that after production we wanted to keep the products safely. Where it is possible only when we have better warehousing facilities. So they are held in stock to be available as and when required. So we wanted to keep all those products better way and safely. It is possible only when we have warehouses, then only we can keep it better way. The special arrangement must be made for storage of goods to prevent loss or damages. In warehouses, what is happening actually? They have actually better storage facilities so that actually the product can be kept safely without getting any damage. So all those warehouses are providing all those facilities. Warehousing helps business firms to overcome the problem of storage and facilitates the availability of goods when needed. So you know actually sometimes what is happening, many producers they don't have such type of facilities. They don't have enough space and facilities to protect their products. Then what they do, they keep the products in others warehouse. Okay, warehouse facilities are available. In warehouse everything is arranged. We can keep any products safely. Cold storage is there, AC rooms are there. So all those the products can be safe in warehouses. Prices are thereby maintained at a reasonable level through continuous supply of goods. What is happening, you know that many business organizations, companies, what they do, they produce products. After that they keep the products in the warehouse and time to time they release the products or distribute the products in the market, so that actually there won't be any shortage of products availability. So the products can flow in the market in time to time. That's what actually time to time without any delay the products can be distributed in the market. That is why all producers opt warehousing facilities. So now we can move on to the next point and understand what is the another factor which is promoting trade and commerce, that is advertising. Advertising is one of the most important methods of promoting the sale of products, particularly consumers goods like electronic goods are there, then automobiles, soaps, detergents, etc. So of course in the TV you see a lot of advertisements, even a lot of advertisements you can see. So repeatedly they are actually repeating advertisement. The products, particularly when we will come to know when a new product is launching in the market, electronics goods advertisement is there, Samsung, Nokia, all those mobiles advertisements are there. Okay, iPhone is also there. Then automobile products advertisements are there. Soap, various kinds of different types of soaps are available. That advertisement is available in the mass media. Then the detergents, detergent powders, washing powder, Nirma, like that. So many detergent companies are also giving their advertisement in the mass media or in this advertising areas. Okay, so that in the mass media means TV, radio, then all those are actually mass media. So okay, then newspapers, of course. So that the more people will come to know about the product which is launching in the market or which is actually in the market. So we will come to know. Nowadays more information we will get from advertisement, newspaper, radio, TV. Then of course websites are there, pamphlets are there, brochures are there, hoardings are there. So many areas are there. This advertising is available in various platforms. Okay, so big or small, the market must know that actually about the products. People must know the products which is available in the market. It is practically impossible for producers and traders to contact each and every customer. So what is happening actually when the advertisement is taking place, the millions of people will watch it and they come to know the products availability in the market. So the better products, if the better products is available in the market, they will come to know. That is why there's for sales promotion, information about the goods availability, its features, price, etc. must reach potential buyers. Buyers means we are all buyers actually, we are all consumers. We wanted to consume products every day. We wanted to know the products availability in the market, what kinds of product and what the various types of products in the market must be known by the consumers. That is what the importance of advertising. Advertising advertising will help people to know more about the products. Okay, so advertising makes people know more about the products information. Okay, of course sometimes we get information from advertisement, sometimes we ask mouth to mouth publicity is there, sometimes we ask to our friends, from our friends also we get suggestions. Okay, so advertisement is important factor for sales promotion, that you need to remember. There is a need to persuade potential buyers about the user's quality, price, competitive information about the goods, etc. can be gathered from the advertisement. We can get so many informations like quality of the product, price, competitive information about the goods, etc. can be gained from the advertisement. Advertising helps in providing information about available goods and inducing customers to buy particular items. Inducing, it will force or attract people towards the particular products. So dear students, here in this paragraph we were studying about the advertisement, the importance, the significance of advertisement. What is the significance? Why advertisement is very much important? Because you know that people will come to know, the multitude will come to know more about the products availability in the market. How the people will come to know a new product is launching in the market. People will come to know when the advertisement comes in the paper, TVs or in the radios, etc. All those mass communication platform or mass medias, they are actually reaching to the people with very attractive or inducing advertisement. All those will attract people. People will get more information about the products, its quality, price and its information, goods, size, color, etc. would be known from the advertisement. So advertisement got a very significant role in the sales promotion, that you need to remember. So I trust you understood the point. Now we can move on to the next point, that is objectives of business. An objective is the starting point of a business. Every business is directed to the achievement of certain objectives, which refer to all that the business people wanted to get in return for what they do. What is the business? Of course, why people do business? Because they wanted to make profit. The goal, the ultimate aim of their business is to create money. They wanted to earn money. That is what actually more profit they wanted to get. So that is the objective of business. It is generally believed that business activity is carried on only for profit making. That is what the motto of business. Business persons themselves proclaim that their primary objective is to produce or distribute goods or service for a profit. Why this business class, business persons or business tycoons, business magnates do business? Why? Because their interest is to create or make more profit. Every business house is said to be every business is said to be an attempt on the part of business people to get more than what has been spent. So what they want actually, every producers, every businessman, not only the producers but every businessman wanted to make more profit. Their earning must be more than the spending. Actually, they wanted to earn more than what they spend. Actually, they wanted to get more money than their investment. That you need to remember. They want more profit. Yes, profit making is the motto of their business. And profit, which is the excess of revenue over cost. You know that cost, the production cost is there. Of course, every business houses are spending a lot of money for production. So, okay, for their land, for their building, for raw materials, for the wages to their laborers, employees, they are spending a lot of money for marketing, advertisement, transportation. So many expenditures are there. But what they wanted to earn more than the cost what they spend. So more than what they spend, that they want to earn. They wanted to earn more than what they spend. Of course, that is what the objective of business. Nobody can do anything freely. Okay, so people wanted to make more profit. That is what the business is a service. Service means in the service they are also earning. So earning must be there. That you need to understand. Then next point is, however, it is widely accepted nowadays that business enterprises are part of society and need to have several objectives. Now, we cannot separate business enterprises from the society. There is an integral, they are connected each other. The business enterprises are the integral part of our society. So both are having several objectives, especially the business houses are having several objectives. So they want to make profit, including social responsibility to survive and prosper in the long run. So you see, the business nowadays, every business houses are focusing more on social responsibility. So business is a service and they have social responsibility is there. They don't want to cheat people. They want to help people. The welfare of the people is also the ultimate aim of better business houses nowadays. So they also wanted to create more business. They wanted to give a better service to their people. Then only more business will take place. Then only more people will trust their firm in their firm. Then more business will take place. For example, Tata, Reliance, Adani, all Bajaj, of course, all those companies, Mahindra and Mahindra. So all those companies got a trust from people. So that is why more people buy their goods and services. Okay, because those companies have social responsibility. Their ultimate aim is not only making profit, but the welfare of the people is also their ultimate aim. That is why people trust them back. Okay. So, although earning profit cannot be the only objective of business, its importance cannot be ignored. Every business is an attempt to reap more than what has been invested, and profit is the excess of revenue over cost. That we have already explained. Actually, every business houses, of course, they want profit. But nowadays, what is happening? Every good business organizations are spending, time for social upliftment, social responsibility they have. They wanted to do sustainable development. Also, they are focusing on the welfare of the people. So better business services actually they are doing. There is, of course, this competition also is the similar areas, because many business organizations are committed to the upliftment of the society and socially responsible they are actually. That is why what they are also spending some profits amount for the welfare of the people. Sometimes some villages are being taken by or adopted by some companies. They are doing the developmental programs in the villages. So that is also the part of social responsibility. Okay, now we can move on to the next point. Profit may be regarded as an essential objective of business for various reasons. It is a source of income for business persons. Of course, it is a source of business, is a source of income for business persons. They wanted to make a profit, they wanted to earn something, they wanted to run their family, they wanted to give better education for their children. Okay, so their lifestyle changes they wanted to bring in their life. That is why they are doing business. It can be a source of finance for meeting expansion requirements of a business. Of course, every business wanted to get expansion, more nourishment and development they wanted to experience. So, of course, there must be profit making. It indicates the efficient working of business. Every business houses must work efficiently. It can be taken as a society's approval of the utility of a business. It builds the reputation of business enterprises. So the profit is the backbone of the business expansion. That is what actually profit may be regarded as an essential objective of business for various reasons. What are the reasons? The business itself wanted to get development. Only when the profit, the business house generate or create profit, then only the business expansion take place. Otherwise, business expansion won't take place. That the quality product can be provided when the business make profit. That also you need to remember. The next point is, however, too much emphasis on profit to the exclusion of other objectives can be dangerous for good business, but focusing only on making profit and ignoring the social responsibilities or the welfare of the people is also not good actually. So when there is customers, people, then only our business can do better. So these are actually the business and the people, they have to nourish each other, they have to help each other. Obsessed with the profit, business managers may neglect all other responsibilities towards customers. Some business people, some business organizations ignore customers welfare, employees welfare, investors and society's welfare, they ignore. That is not good actually. They may even be inclined to exploit various sections of the society to earn immediate profit. Some business house focus more on exploiting the society and its people in order to create more profit. Actually, that is not good. This may result in the non-cooperation or even opposition from the affected people against the malpractices of business enterprises. When people lost trust in the business enterprises, what they do? They started opposing. They may come against the malpractice of the business enterprises. The ultimate aim of a business enterprises must be the welfare of the people. Do the business better way like Tata is doing, and of course Adani is doing, and Bajaj is doing. So many good companies are in our country. So like that actually they have to do, we must do the business. We should not focus only on exploiting or profit making, but understand that we have social responsibilities, rights and duties that also we need to fulfill. The enterprise, as a citizen of India, we have to focus much on the development of our country and the welfare of our people. The enterprises might lose business and may be unable to earn profit when people start opposing the business enterprises. So some business enterprises are exploiting people. So when in such a situation, what the people do? They oppose. In such type of situation, business houses cannot make a profit. That is the reason why there is hardly any sizable business enterprise whose only objective is maximization of profit. So, only focusing on maximization of profit is not good actually. So, we also wanted to think about the society's welfare. We also wanted to understand that we need to nourish this country and its people's lifestyle and their standard of living. We wanted to generate more education, better health facilities and infrastructural development in our country. Not only the government, but the private companies as well as the individuals must come forward to help each other. Okay? So, our ultimate aim is to create a better country and a better world on this mother earth. Thank you so much. I trust you understood the point and you will read the chapter again and understand more about this topic. Thank you.